every Berkshire Hathaway AGM has a lot of hint, lot of repetition, lot of wisdom, and lot of takeaways. So let's understand, what did you pick up as what could be called as new? What did you pick up which is old but yet wisdom?
Yeah. So I don't know how to structure it, but see the things which I learned. One is that running a $1 trillion balance sheet or $640 billion balance sheet and a 1.2 trillion company is a different ball game than what he started with in 1965 when he was running maybe $100 million balance sheet. So I think. Now the responses are different. He's got $350 billion of cash in hand, which is 50% of the balance sheet. And the new guy comes in. So I mean, he has built this company in the whole life, and today he has handed over as a CEO. He said buck stops now with Greg, and he has nothing to do with this. And he'll be there only as an advisory capacity if he needs to ask me anything. Otherwise, the full thing it's a quite a lesson how transition is being handled of this side of the company. And he has also nominated the his son Howard Buffett as if tomorrow he pops out, then who is going to be the chairman? Even that name is there. So I think in Berkshire's shareholders' point of view, the uncertainty which was there about the next longevity of the management, I think that has been fully taken care of. So that is one thing, that how do you handle a big transition and well in time. So that is being done, and I think for a lot of Indian companies which are of that genre, which started in 80s and 90s, and now the owners are aging up, and they have to hand over to the next generation, and how to do it. I think this is a good lesson for all of them. Second, I think the nature of the investment will change because his competencies were very different. Buffett's own competency is more in investing and people bring the people together and running a lot of companies. If you see the history of 60 years, they've given a book of 60 years of Buffett, 60 years of Berkshire. That's one book which was distributed or sold. One of the things is that over a period of time, they have been continuously acquiring companies and integrating with Berkshire. So now, and then he has also built, I think the biggest money was made by his investment in Apple, upwards of 150, 200 billion. So I think his investing prowess probably won't be there with Greg and Ajit. So with the new dispensation, the way to create wealth will be very different, and it will be most likely hard assets will be bought, like the energy distribution and all. So I think Greg's strength is in the hard assets, and my sense is that even Buffett was alluding to the fact that there is a lot of opportunity for building up infrastructure projects in US, and probably there's a lot of, if you see the BlackRock's annual report, even there they're talking about $68 trillion of infrastructure possibilities in the years to come. So I think my sense is that the balance sheet will look different going forward, and they will create value by investing effectively in hard assets rather than new stock ideas. I would be surprised if they're able to take a bet of $100-200 billion into a listed company or even unlisted, but by way of a stock.
But Raamdeo ji, you would perhaps appreciate the spirit of my next question, that the historical cash Berkshire Hathaway is sitting on, they are not finding opportunity, or they are bearish, or they expect markets to fall. Because when the most successful long-term investing firm in the world is sitting on cash levels which are higher than what they've ever sit on, both in percentage number and in absolute number, it makes you wonder, that is Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway telling you that the markets will fall?
I was thinking, he used to always say, don't bother too much about what I say, do what I do. So going by that thing, he's clearly taking a cash call in the market, and he thinks that market is at a high, and probably he was also aware of what could mean to be under Trump presidency. The kind of because Trump has already talked about the tariff thing he will take up as he gets elected. So probably to just to preempt that, he might have probably decided to sit on cash. So, but he didn't seem to be bearish, at least in the AGM. He seemed to be pretty all right, and they are looking for ideas and investing. But my sense is they're starting with $350 billion of cash, and annual operating profit now is $40 billion plus. So we are looking at about more than $500 to $600 billion in next 5 years of investing, and that can be done only if you go for hard assets or assets which is the businesses which are capital intensive rather than intellectually intangible intensive. So I would think that they'll bet big on some cross-country infrastructures in roads or ports or this electricity transmission. Those kind of things are, so that is a very different character of a company than what we have known so far.
Raamdeo ji, hypothetically, if you had to invest that $350 billion which Berkshire Hathaway is sitting on, you know their investment philosophy, you know what they look at, you know that they understand their competence, which is COC, circle of competence, which is that one Indian company where if you have $350 billion to invest in, you would invest in.
I would buy the Indian market only.
No. ये तो very generic हो गया. Indian markets
so
are not cheap. Indian markets are not cheap. There is no fear in the Indian market. So ये theory नहीं चलेगी.
No, see, Nikunj, the issue is that what is your investment style? If they are looking for very stable, large franchises, looking at the size of the money, then, but my style is to look more for the growth, because it's an inflationary economy, and I would go for growth. Like I would bet big on, say, like they missed on Amazon, but now Amazon of India is coming up. So I would not like to miss on that opportunity, quick commerce and all, which is building up very rapidly and very large. Like you can put $5-10 billion into this particular kind of companies. So that's where I would look at it very seriously.